Today's episode of the Bill Simmons Podcast on the Ringer Podcast Network brought to you by SeatGeek, our presenting sponsor, the easiest way to shop for tickets thanks to their revolutionary grading system. Buy and sell tickets in just 2 taps on your phone, everything fully guaranteed. Hey, football fans, $20 off your first SeatGeek purchase on NFL tickets. All you have to do is use promo code BSNFL. Download the SeatGeek app or go right to SeatGeek.com. Also, we are brought to you by Proper Cloth, where you can easily create a custom shirt size in seconds by just answering 10 simple questions. Choose from over 20 collar styles, 10 cuff styles, and 500 different fabrics from classic to business to completely customize the shirt you want. Stop wearing shirts that don't fit. Start looking your best with a custom fitted shirt. Go to propercloth.com/BS today. Enter gift code BS to save $20 off your first shirt. We are brought to you by The Rewatchables, one of our newest podcasts. I have hosted the first 3. That's going to change next week. We did Few Good Men. We did The Departed. This week, we did Point Break. Me, Shay Serrano, Jason Concepcion, Club Trillion himself, Mark Titus. We broke down Point Break. It got dark. We started talking about how we'd all commit a bank robbery together. I don't even think we were totally kidding either. I think this might happen. I might get arrested. Point Break is an incredible movie. We broke it down in the style and the kudos that was given out, I think, was justified. It's a classic. It might be the first modern action movie, and it's unintentionally funny as hell too. So check that out. Subscribe to The Rewatchables right now. And last but not least, Talk the Thrones. Our last episode of our Twitter show that has taken the nation by storm, kind of. Talk the Thrones, Andy Greenwald, Mallory Rubin, Jason Concepcion, Chris Ryan. Game of Thrones is going to end on Sunday night on HBO. The episode will end. Go to Twitter, go to @Ringer, or do hashtag Talk the Thrones, and they will break it down. They will break it down hard. They will break it down for a long time. Mallory might cry. Who knows? But check that out. And if you miss Binge Mode Game of Thrones, which is our podcast that breaks it down every week, Mallory and Jason did the last episode too. Controversial. A lot of people were upset with the last episode of Game of Thrones. They cover that. Talk the Thrones this week. Very excited for that. All right, coming up on Wednesday night, I went to Kevin Durant's place in LA, and we did a podcast that was so long that we're going to split it up into 2 parts. We talked about the Kyrie Irving trade for the first 15 minutes of part 1. And then we went into a mailbag, which was only possible because I sent out a bat signal to the listeners, you guys, and asked for email questions, mailbag questions, respectful questions, smart questions, questions that use KD as a resource. And the questions were awesome. And we just kept going and going, and we ended up making this a 2-part pod. So if you want to listen to this all at once, we're going to drop part 2 late Sunday night. So if you want to listen to all at once, just wait till then, or listen to part 1 right now. Kevin Durant, this is the 4th time we have done this. KD versus BS, part 4, right now. But first, Pearl Jam. Taping this on a Wednesday night, undisclosed location, Los Angeles. This is not the trilogy. This is the 4th one. KD, Kevin Durant, 4th one. What's after a trilogy? A quadrilogy?
Yeah.
I don't even know. We're like with Fast and Furious franchise at this point.
We getting there.
Just say nobody even knows the numbers anymore. And people asked for Rich Kleiman to have a microphone this time.
Mic'd up.
Because everybody said they were tired of hearing you from 15 feet away.
They might just be tired of hearing me.
So look, we've done this 3 times. We talked about every possible thing we could ever talk about. And we have a wrinkle this time. I asked the listeners to send mailbag questions for you.
Oh, I can't wait.
This is an AKA Ask Kevin Anything. But before we get into it, there was like a minor NBA trade yesterday.
Minor, very minor.
Minor, the Celtics and Cavaliers decided to switch some players. Kyrie Irving is now a Celtic. Isaiah Thomas is on the Cavs. So is Jake Crowder. There were rumors about this. You can't pick that up. Can you pick that up? I heard it. It's a little. People are playing video games upstairs. It's fine.
Oh yeah, don't worry. You know, it's noise everywhere.
People are adults. So there were rumors about Kyrie and LeBron, and things had fallen apart. Kyrie wanted to be traded. Did you think he was actually going to get traded?
Oh yeah. I figured it was real once I heard it, you know, and once Woj tweets at anything, it's real.
Oh, so you believe Woj every time?
Oh yeah, he's pretty accurate.
God, how do I get to that level? Let me get to that Woj level.
I didn't believe it was because they didn't like each other though.
Yeah. So what do you think it was about?
I heard Richard Jefferson say something that was really, really interesting. And he kind of, what he said was like, Kyrie, to me, what I get from it is Kyrie is just a pure basketball player. He like crafted his skills since he was like 8, 9 years old. You can just tell the way he plays. Like nobody plays like him.
Yeah.
So he's a pure basketball player. Like he probably played playground ball. His pops probably took him to the roughest neighborhoods and threw him out there on the basketball court and just told him to just go play. So he built up the love for the game. So when you're around LeBron James, it's like it's so much that comes with that. It's like so much outside like distractions and conversations and just noise that just comes around just from being around LeBron James. And Kyrie at the point like, all right, we lost the championship. This whole season is going to be about if LeBron is going to leave or not. Like, I'm ready for a new challenge. Like, all that stuff kind of met at the pinnacle of, you know, why he wanted to leave. And it just felt like he just wanted a situation where he could just be free from all of that and just play.
Right.
And it's a perfect system for him in Boston. It's like a perfect fit. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a 6'3", like Isaiah Thomas, basically. And Isaiah just thrived in that system. And then he got Gordon Hayward and Al Horford that's going to be able to make plays for him too. It's going to be pretty sweet. I think it was a great deal. But I just think Kyrie at that time, he just wanted a place that he can just focus on just playing basketball and not worry about the other drama that comes with.
You can identify with that, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. He just like when you just love to play the game, like the NBA kind of, you know, adds so much baggage on top of it from the business side to the media, just to like everything. And like when you just want to play and not worry about that stuff, you try to find a place where you could do that. And Kyrie, I'm sure he had to know that he was going to Boston. He wasn't blindsided at all. So I'm sure he was okay with going to Boston and wanting to go to Boston. And
well, I'm sure there was a couple teams that were sniffing around, and his agent can control it. Yeah, I'm not going to re-sign there in 2 years if you do it, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. He had a little bit of control.
Yeah.
So like, and that's a great organization, winning organization, great coach, just a great coacher. And he's like, all right, let me try this out. He did what he's supposed to do in Cleveland. It's on to the next chapter. I can really appreciate what he did. He stood up for himself. He showed a lot of courage, man, because, you know, it's hard to take that type of, like, criticism.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you just want to play ball.
Yeah.
You know, so I feel him on that.
Do you think there was a small part of it that he found out that they were trying to trade him or at least shop him a little bit last month?
They were?
I think
Before
they were, yeah.
this whole stuff came about?
I think they were, yeah.
Oh, they were?
I think so.
Why?
Yeah, I think
He's unguardable.
Yeah, you said so. The last time we did this, we were talking about him versus Allen Iverson, which somehow you said so many more interesting things than that in the pod.
Yeah,
and then people are like, KD thinks
Who
said that was going to be a big thing?
Rich. Rich said that.
Oh, well, you good at that.
That's now you have a mic. Now we can listen to you. No, but I thought it was a great debate.
It was, but I wasn't comparing like stories and legacy. Like a lot of people came to me on Twitter was like, Iverson led this team with no stars to the finals. I'm like, all right, that's a team thing. I'm talking about individual players. Like, if you look at down the line, I'm not talking about like leadership and clutch and that stuff is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, can he dribble, pass? Can he shoot?
Yeah.
How many moves he got? How
efficiency.
He gets to his move, efficiency. Like, who's better at that stuff? Then the other stuff, you'll figure that stuff out. That's a good debate on Twitter. But you talk about straight basketball skills, that's what I was talking about.
And Kyrie has somehow weirdly become underrated, even though he was in 3 straight finals. I was making the case for him before the Celtics traded for him, just because I was going to those games. And this is one of the reasons this came up last time. So I was like, this guy's amazing.
Yeah.
And you see it in person. You see his ability to just change hand. He never gets blocked, as you pointed out.
Yeah.
The degree of difficulty of the shots he makes. I'm excited to see him a little bit more unleashed. And I really think it's not about the man. No. He wants to be in charge of things. He doesn't want to be LeBron's sidekick over, now you get to be involved in this play, which I'm sure you identify with a little bit. Just the concept of, man, sometimes it's nice to know if you can run your own team.
I wouldn't say that. It's just the fact that you want some structure. You want to.
So you think it's about structure, not about?
Yeah, it's about like the coach needs to define like what do you want me to do? Like, do you need me to score? Do you need me to pass? Do you need me to just play defense? Like, tell me what you need me to do, and also tell the other guy what you need him to do.
Yeah,
and then tell the next guy, and then the next guy, so we can define some roles, so we can figure out, what position to put this guy in because he's best at maybe shooting corner threes or being at the dunker spot or setting pick and rolls. Like when you just have no structure, no type of flow, and it's like, go create for us, Kyrie, LeBron, Kevin Love.
You don't think there's a small part of it though where it's
not being a
he
man.
hears like, well, of course Kyrie's good. He plays with LeBron. That's why he's good. I mean, he's got to
sure
hear
that stuff. I mean, you hear it. It's hard to quiet that noise. But at the end of the day, like, you still got to go play every day. So you want to have a good environment where you want to play. As far as like, you want some type of structure. You want to learn the game at a different level. You want to kind of challenge yourself to fit in with a team and use your skill set a different way. Like,
so
Kyrie reminds me of myself just from the outside looking in. I'm sure I may be wrong on all these things, but from the outside looking in, been around him for a month or so, like he reminds me of myself as far as just loving to play the game, just wanting to learn it and try to get better at it every day. I can feel that, I can sense that in him.
One thing I've learned from at least spending a little time with basketball players over the years, you can sense when certain guys carry a level of respect with the players versus like guys like me who aren't out there playing. Yeah. But there's certain guys where the other guys are like, no, that guy's legit. Like that guy, there's something about that guy. And it seems like Kyrie has had that for a while where in the community, he carried a weight.
Kyrie got like a cult following amongst
the players. The
players and like the younger generation, like they love Kyrie.
Yeah. The shoes help. I think the shoes have been popular.
But just his game. I'm telling you, his game is just like so fun to watch. It's so shifty. It's like, what is he going to do next? They love him.
I'm pumped. At the same time, I loved Isaiah Thomas. And I mean, I got a bunch of questions about this, so I could just combine them into one question. But a lot of people are saying, ask KD. This is like you took all this shit when you left Oklahoma City and went to Golden State. It's like you weren't loyal to Oklahoma City. And now this is the flip side of it. This is Isaiah Thomas, who became a franchise guy in Boston, who played hurt, who played the day after his sister died, or 2 days after, comes in, who played that 2 playoff series in a row with like a screwed up hip. Yeah. And was a great Celtic, and people loved him, and everyone wore his jerseys, and they just traded him. Yeah. So there is no loyalty in sports, is the moral of the story.
I thought we all knew that. Like, for real.
I don't think people did.
I thought we knew that.
Yeah.
It's been happening for years. Guys been getting traded in their sleep for years. Guys have been, like, getting the shitty end of the stick for years. I mean, organizations some guys have been fucking over organizations too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But there's no loyalty in it. It's business. It's money involved. There's money involved. So
there's loyalty.
It's loyalty to people. It's loyalty to like.
That's what I was gonna say. To teammates.
Yeah, those relationships that you had with like, with trainers and teammates and anybody in the organization. That's loyalty. You know what I mean? That's friendship. That's relationship. That's something that's gonna last forever. But when it comes to numbers on the paper, name on the paper, like at the end of the day, that trumps everything. You know what I'm saying? Does this dude fit into our salary cap or into our plans? Nah, let's see what we can get for him. Like, that's just a part of the game.
But you didn't know that when you came into the league in 2007.
I knew it, but I didn't think it was like, I didn't know exactly that it was really just I thought it was like 50-50, you know what I'm saying? With like emotion and like business. Like, I want to trade this guy. I've been knowing him for 9 years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But then at the end of the day, it's like, nah, we need this spot or we need this money. We got to move him. He still is. At the end of the day, he gonna fit. He gonna get it. It's a part of the business. So nowadays, when players leave, it's just part of the business.
5 years ago, I spent the whole day with Bill Russell. and part of the things I was obsessed with that we built this documentary did around him was the fact that he's still not mad at Boston, but doesn't feel a connection with Boston.
Really?
And there's a variety of reasons for it. You know, they didn't really love the Celtics when he played. They treated black players terribly in the 1960s. He was not treated great. And he reached a point where he was just like, my loyalty was to the guys I played with in the locker room. I don't feel loyalty to Boston, which is weird to hear when he won 11 titles in 13 years in Boston. But he was just like, look, I'm loyal to Kuzi and Heinze and all those guys. The city, just the city I played in. That was shocking to me. Now that's an extreme example.
Yeah, that is shocking.
But I think the relationships, I think what seems to endure the most. Now you have some exceptions, like Paul Pierce, I think really loves Boston and had a real connection with that city.
If he'd won a championship, if he wouldn't have won a championship, you thought he'd have felt the same connection?
Probably not the same.
Okay then.
I think we would have loved him,
that's
but
his business.
Yeah, probably not the same.
You know what I'm saying?
But we did. I mean,
there's some players that love where they play. You know, they really love the organization, and that's amazing. You know what I'm saying? I love where I play. I love the organization. I love the owners.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I know what's important. You know what I'm saying? And it's not being selfish. Just like you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Players make decisions based on solely on money. So why can't you make a decision based solely on how you feel or the environment you want to be in? So it's like, why not why not dictate your future? They do it, and the organizations do it. Try to do it. So why can't you do it?
Somebody forwarded me a tweet that you liked on Twitter about it was basically this loyalty question, which I thought was interesting. Because you realize when you like something on Twitter, people know that you liked it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
There was a big debate on the Ringer staff whether you were the NBA's social media MVP this summer.
I should be.
You did. You really
Keep
started
it real,
like 10.
Man.
You started like 10 news cycles.
I keep it real. I mean, I used to think that, man, let me make sure I watch what I say about this or that. At the end of the day, it's all jokes to anybody. I mean, everybody anyway. They make jokes about this, whatever goes on in this world anyway. So, I mean, in this basketball world anyway. So why can't I just chime in and,
There were some people that made runs at the title too.
Oh,
there's 3 weeks left in the summer.
They're not as real as me.
Hassan Whiteside had his whole CSI parrot thing. That was big.
That's manufactured.
What else happened, Tate? Who are the other contenders? KD's have a big lead. There's still 3 weeks left. Somebody could top you.
I'm just authentic, man.
Yeah. What is it about using all the different pieces of social media that you seem like you have especially embraced this summer?
It's just different ways to communicate. I think through YouTube, it's kind of easier to see the comments and just kind of scroll through and like them.
Yeah.
Twitter,
on Twitter, you're like going at people.
Twitter, yeah. Like I said,
Rich, what do you think of this?
You can't joke on. I mean, he doesn't like it.
Hassan Whiteside was the runner-up.
No, I'm just listing candidates.
Oh.
So, Rich, you don't like when he does all this social media stuff? Or you get worried?
No, I'm with it. I'm with it now. I needed to understand it.
He just said you didn't like it.
Because I didn't. I used to question it. I used to ask him why. About certain things he said and did. But, he's going to do and say what he wants anyway. So I just understood where he was coming from. But the YouTube stuff I love. I mean, that's our baby. But on Twitter, I realized, like, that's him and then that's just him. That's
See, I'm
perfect.
hoping he becomes an example because he's just candid and people are used to it now. So when you say stuff, not to compare you to like somebody like Barkley, but Barkley reached a point on TNT where he just said his opinion and people are like, oh, that's Barkley. He says stuff. That's what he does. You have now gravitated toward that point, which I think is a good place to be. Most guys are afraid who are in your spot.
Don't say Barkley because he's
that's why
95% wrong. Like,
but
I'm at least,
I knew you were not going to like that.
86% right.
I knew you weren't going to like that. But you know what I mean. People are like, oh, that's Barkley. He's not afraid to say things.
Yeah, but he's always wrong.
Man, you and the old guys, you just feud with the old guys.
No, come on, man. I'm a.
You know who got really mad? James Worthy.
Yeah, we solved that though.
I'm sorry, James. That was big mix up.
That's our.
Oh, we're apologizing, James Worthy now.
That's our boy. Yeah, that's our
big
boy.
Game
Randy's
James.
fault,
All right, sorry, big game James. Mailbag coming up, but first I want to talk about Flea Flicker. Being a fantasy football commissioner is a nightmare. They say in the copy it can be a nightmare. It is a nightmare. It is not fun to be a fantasy football commissioner. Impossible to coordinate your draft. There's always that one guy that forgets to set his keepers. Your fantasy site makes it hard to make changes. It just sucks. Well, Flea Flicker was built for commissioners by commissioners. Features like email drafts make coordination a breeze. The league sizes range from 4 teams to 24 teams. You can invite your friends and family. Lightning fast, live scoring, easy to use interface, powerful commissioner tools. It's got it all. Best of all, it's 100% free. So why pay for an expensive commissioner service when Flea Flicker offers more flexibility for free? Why settle for unstable sites and apps that let you down on Sundays? Use Flea Flicker. Move your fantasy football draft there. It's fun, easy, fast, and free. Simplify your life today. Go to fleaflicker.com/BS and see why Flea Flicker is the site commissioners love. Your league will thank you. That is FLEA, flicker.com/BS. And speaking of football, we should point out that for over 20 years, DirecTV has been the exclusive home for NFL Sunday Ticket. The only way to get every live game every Sunday. The only way I could have lived in Los Angeles, because I need to watch every Patriots game. I couldn't have done that if I lived in Los Angeles 25 years ago. I probably wouldn't have wanted to watch the Patriots 25 years ago. We were pretty terrible. That's when I started gambling, but that's another story. Good news, NFL fans. DirecTV has expanded their service. If you live in an apartment or are an enrolled college student, now you can get NFL Sunday Ticket without a satellite, without that ugly satellite hanging off the side of your house or apartment building. To see if you're eligible, go online to NFLSundayTicket.tv and stream every NFL Sunday Ticket game this season. Follow your favorite team no matter where you live. Or in the case of if you're a Chargers fan, maybe you follow your new favorite NFL team because you abandoned the Chargers. See if you're eligible by going online to NFLSundayTicket.tv. Stream every NFL Sunday Ticket game this season to follow your favorite team no matter where you live. Use promo code RINGER at checkout to save 15%. Once again, NFLSundayTicket.tv, promo code RINGER. All right, hold on to your hats. Here comes the mailbag with Kevin Durant. Got a lot of mailbag questions here. These are some good ones. Are you ready for this?
Let's do it.
This is great. You're going to love this. From Matt DeLuna. Was there a player who balled you up in your rookie or second year that you feel like you could totally beat now and it's kind of annoys you? Someone that took it to you when you were a rookie.
Rudy Gay.
Rudy Gay took it to you as a rookie.
Yeah. Rudy Gay.
Did you get him back?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Plenty of times.
Franco D wonders, what do you think when you hear player evaluations like Brandon Ingram is going to be the next Kevin Durant? Do you appreciate it or do you get annoyed that people think there's going to be another Kevin Durant?
I appreciate it. I appreciate it, especially when it's accurate. Somebody like Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram feels like it looks like he can play like me, and we have similar builds. But some of the times I'm like, it's all right to compare a guy to Myers Leonard or Darren Collison when they coming into the draft. It's all right. Those guys are really good players. They make a lot of money, so you don't have to compare them to stars. You put the expectations, man. That can kill a player, and you compare somebody to LeBron James when they coming out of high school or college, and you expect them to be LeBron James when they not really gonna be LeBron James. So start comparing these guys to some solid players once in a while.
I think Jason Tatum's going to be the next Paul Pierce.
That's a fair comparison.
There's a new Kevin Durant they're talking about.
I think you're mad at that.
Kevin Knox, Kentucky kid. That's who they're saying is the new
Kevin Knox
Durant.
is the new Kevin Durant?
Really?
Yeah, 6'9".
See, now he's going to leave the podcast and go on
nice?
YouTube.
Ain't that nice?
You. Porter too.
Porter's nice.
What do you consider, this is from Drew Kells in New York, what do you consider the all-time what-if moment in your career? Choice A, Blazers draft you over Odin. Choice B, Harden does not get traded. Choice C, Klay does not go off in Game 6, 2016. Choice D, Zaza falls into your leg, and instead of whatever injury you had, it's actually worse and you miss the rest of the season.
Oh.
What's the one that haunts you? Or what's the one that you say, thank God that went the other way, or, oh man, what would my career have been like if it had
I say B.
B, Harden. Interesting. So you finally come around to my side after 5 years.
Yeah.
You're mad at me?
Well, I told somebody the other day, I was like, I used to hate when he used to bring that up. It's like, damn, I know, we know. We know. Just relax. This will be like 4 years later. What about the Harden guy? All right, Bill, we know. That's what I felt like.
They're showing a lot of old games on NBA TV. God bless them, the Hardwood Classics.
Mm-hmm.
And they showed Game 2 of the 2012 Finals when you guys were babies, but you made the finals anyway. Yeah. It's amazing to watch the three of you guys out there together against LeBron, Wade, and Bosh. Because everyone was saying this finals, oh my God, so much talent.
No,
there was just as much talent in that finals. It's just you guys were young. You weren't the guys you would become.
Yeah, but we don't got to talk about that.
You got fouled on the baseline.
We don't got to talk about that.
Can you admit you got fouled? You're not getting fined for that.
I still should have made that shit.
But you did get fouled on the baseline.
They didn't call it. It wasn't a foul.
All right. The last TV show you were obsessed with. That's from Nicole in Washington. Last TV show.
Billions.
Oh, Billions.
Yeah.
Are you going to be in Billions?
I'm trying. I hope
Rich?
Yes.
Yes? Could you and Axe invest in something together?
That's what we're trying to
That's
figure
the
out.
plan. Don't give the plot away.
Shit.
Ozark.
Something goes wrong?
You got to watch Ozark too.
Yeah, I got to watch Ozark. You keep telling me about Ozark.
You're going to be... So Billions or Ozark?
No, I watched Billions. He was telling me about
In
Ozark.
Billions, watch Ozark.
I'm friends with Brian Koppelman, one of the guys who created that show.
They told us. They raved about you.
He said
you were all right.
basketball players love Billions.
Yes,
that was one of the things they've learned. Nicole also wonders, I saw you in a Morrissey t-shirt. What bands are you in that would surprise people?
I'm not into them.
Okay, you're just wearing the t-shirt.
Love the t-shirt. It looks nice.
Sorry, Nicole.
Sorry, it's not my...
Greg Fulham wants to know, who are the other 4 players from PG County that you'd want to run with at the heights of their game? That's a good one.
That's a great one.
Explain to people what PG County is.
Prince George's County, the hotbed for hoops, right outside of Washington, D.C. DeMar Johnson.
Okay. Early pre-accident DeMar Johnson.
Yeah.
Everybody said he was amazing.
Like right Cincinnati, like first couple years in the league, DeMar Johnson.
Was Delonte from that area?
Delonte West? Yeah, he was.
He was nice in high school,
He was
right?
late bloomer though.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was a late bloomer. He didn't come on until like right when that year he had in college. That's when he came on. He was killing. He was good. Yeah, I'll take D West as my point.
So you can't even get to 4 guys. Can you get to 4 guys?
Yeah, D West my point.
Okay. And then 2
DeMar
more.
Johnson's gonna be the 2.
Yeah.
I guess, and I'm the 3, right?
You can be whatever.
Yeah.
You played 5 in the finals. I think we can move you
I'll
around.
be the 3. Man, so many I'm missing because there's so much.
Oh, so you don't want to hurt somebody's feelings.
Yeah,
now.
but the guys that I know kind of grew up on, Mike Sweetney was nice.
Mike Sweetney, number 9 pick.
Mike Sweetney was tough. We need a center.
I actually thought he was going to be a good pro. I don't know what happened there. He was in that era where there were physical power forwards.
Yeah, he was one of those.
Like
guys.
nowadays, he wouldn't be able to. I don't know where he would play.
He'd be a nice little bruiser if he get the, if
like
he
a little center,
toned up a little bit.
Yeah,
be a nice bruiser, quick feet, But
you have a 5th.
5th.
We can come back to
it. Yeah. No, you got to throw Mike Beasley in there.
Oh, Bees. That's a great team.
Where's Ty Lawson's not from there?
He is, but
comes off the bench. Yeah,
he had to come.
Delonte West over Ty.
Yeah, you're just trying to hurt
length
Tate.
on that team.
He's trying to hurt Tate. Hey, I will remind you, Delonte West in the 2008 playoffs was the second best player in the Cavs. He was really good in that.
Was nice, man.
He was good in that series. Tony wants to know who's winning McGregor versus Mayweather, and will you watch it?
Mayweather's gonna win. Probably. Yeah, I'll probably watch it.
I feel like you have to, right?
I don't really care about it, but
it's not going to be a good fight. I don't think you're going to miss much. Russell, no relation, asks, "Are you and Westbrook friends again?"
I don't think we ever stopped being friends. We just stopped talking, but I don't think we ever stopped being friends.
So you're talking again?
Not talking, no. But I mean, I don't think it's no problems. It's not like we, But I don't think we ever stopped being friends.
All right. Jake Albright, Thousand Oaks, said, I saw you sitting next to LeBron and Kevin Love at Nike Skills Academy. And aside from the usual, I see you respect dap. Do NBA stars actually enjoy being in the presence of their rivals? It's a good question.
Yeah.
Rich is almost 2/3 engaged at this point. He's really enjoying this.
Yeah. I'd rather be around some great basketball players than anybody else, to be honest.
So the rivalry thing, you kind of put it on the side during the summer.
I don't really believe in rivalries, man. It's just a healthy, fun competition, I think.
Is that why we hang so much?
I guess.
Rich, you great usage rate right now. Rich is 2 for 2. You said some great picks. When you saw LeBron for the first time after the finals, what happened?
I just dapped him up.
All right. Pat from Minneapolis wants to know, after your recent tour to India, what surprised you most about your time there? Where did it make you want to travel next?
It made me want to go to Mumbai. I want to say Goa. Is that Goa? We supposed to? Where one of the guys was telling us. It made me want to explore a little bit more in that area. Delhi was a part that was, just felt like it was it was a little different than the bigger cities. It was a smaller city. It was more, I guess compact. In one area, it felt like it was a lot of people in one area. But as far as other parts of the country, I would love to explore. I heard so much about it. I know what I said when I came back from there was got some people upset, but I really do want to go back and explore a little bit more. I was only there for 2 days.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Todd Stoop wants to know, how many pairs of shoes do you go through during a season? Do you wear your game shoes in practice to break them in? And do you use a special insole? This is an obscure question that I was like, I can't wait to hear the answer for this.
No, that's a really good question, though.
Yeah, thank you.
I would want to know that.
Yeah. All right, so what are the answers?
I usually go through probably like 5-6 pair a year.
5-6 a year?
Yeah.
So like one a month?
Yeah, I don't like switching out a lot.
How do you know that it's time for the shoe to go?
Usually when my orthotic, so I wear insole in my shoe. When I broke my foot, I never used to wear them until I broke my foot.
Right.
And I had to wear them to take the pressure off the outside of my foot where I broke it. So I wear insole.
And so now you're used to the insoles.
Yeah, love them now. Perfect for me now.
Should you have always had them?
I should have. I wore them in college, and once I finished in college, I never put them on again. And I was just out, and I was just playing for the last 8 years, just bare. Yeah, that messed my foot up bad. But I wear insoles, and I usually change my shoes once my insoles start to wear to the. I usually wear my insoles down to like to the plastic. That's how. I wear them for a month straight, and they start to rub to the plastic. And once they start to rub to the back side of my foot, I know it's time to change my shoes.
The AKA is really on fire right now. Matthew Chapman wants to know, he's from Montreal, which historical team do you think would have given the 2017 Warriors the most fits?
You got a list, or you want me just?
No.
Probably
grab somebody from history.
That 16-1 team, the Laker team, would have been tough because that Shaq was just big.
Yeah, my first instinct was to say the 96 Bulls because they could have matched up athletically. But I came to the same conclusion you did.
That team, like, you need some size to get, but they were bigger, and Kobe was in rare form. But we got a lot of length. So we had a lot of quickness on that perimeter. I don't think they could have stopped. And we could have threw a couple guys at Kobe, but it would have been tough.
I think it would have come down to offense versus offense, and you guys would have made more threes. You just would have given Shaq.
Oh, yeah,
you would have fouled him sometimes.
Put Shaq in pick and roll, a lot of pick and roll. We'd have put Shaq in a lot of pick and roll, make him just guard, make him guard Steph, me, Clay coming off pick and rolls, and we would double him every time he got the ball, and make him try to pass, make him be a passer because nobody doubled him.
Well,
like hard doubles. I'm talking about as soon as he catches the ball.
I think the rules were slightly different back then, though, right? Didn't they tweak them? I think they tweaked them after. They might have tweaked them after that season.
We would double as soon as he catch that shit.
Yeah, I don't think there wasn't the same kind of doubling.
It would, like, some guys couldn't play against us though.
Who would guard you, Kobe or Rick Fox?
Probably Fox.
Rick Fox, I would say.
Kobe.
Horry.
Kobe would have to chase Clay around.
Horry would have taken you too.
It's Ori. It's a silent H.
I always call him Horry.
Okay.
That's just what I do. I did a podcast with him and called it. I have like mental pronunciation blocks with things.
Yeah.
I think the 96 Bulls would have been fun because they would have played Rodman at center.
Yeah,
They would have played Pippen at
the
power
four.
forward and against you. Then
It'd have
maybe
been a
you go to
battle.
5. That would have been a battle.
See, we would do.
Plus, you would have been playing your coach. That would have been weird.
Yeah, that would have been super weird. We'd have put him inside pick and roll every time.
Well, so I was texting with him about that, and because I was saying, would you have been better off now or in the era you played? And he said was better off then because now he's going against Russell and Kyrie.
Yeah.
There's 17 guys in the league. That would have been a nightmare. I don't think they had as many back then.
No.
But he was saying that, first of all, Kukoc would have been amazing because he would have been like Joe
Kukoc.
Engels, like better Joe Engels. Joe Engels is good.
At 6'10" at the
Yeah.
4 though.
Shooting threes.
Yes, he'd have been a matchup problem.
And then he was saying that Jed Boosler would have been good.
Jed Bruce was probably about 6'7".
So he said he could guard at either forward spot and he would have shot threes and he would have been a totally different
He could
player.
guard.
Harper.
He
Ron
guard.
Harper was a
Yeah.
great defender.
Right, but you would have left Ron Harper open.
can't shoot.
Yeah.
No, he can't
You
shoot
would
at
have
all.
played 7 feet
But who
off him.
played? Steve Kerr didn't start at the 1.
No, Ron Harper did.
It was a little Steve Kerr. They really depended on the matchup. Sometimes they just had Pippen at power forward.
But
at
against
point
us,
forward.
they would start Harper so he can guard Steph because he's bigger and longer. And then they would put Jordan on Clay and Pip on me and then Rodman on Draymond. And when we go small, they would bring in Price. They couldn't bring in Steve Kerr. Bushler.
Well, they wouldn't have been able to play Wennington or
they had
Longley.
Kukoc, then the big
They'd
man
had to
like
play Longley. They had to
Longley,
play a center against us because we
Yeah.
had Zaza.
Luke Longley.
So the series would have come down to when Rodman and Draymond got in the fight. How many games each guy got thrown out?
Oh, they would for sure fight.
That would've
would
been
be
bad.
That would be a great rivalry.
That would have been good.
That probably would be better than Karl Malone and Dennis
Yeah.
Rodman.
I think the 01 Lakers, I thought that was the best Lakers team, the second title team. That because Kobe was fully Kobe at that point.
Yeah.
And Shaq was still great. That was the team that went, you said it, 16-1 or 15-1, whatever it was. I think they would have been good. Here's another sneaker question. Jeff from New Jersey. How much design input do you have on a signature sneaker? What's the process like? Are you actually involved in this or no?
Yeah, I am. I mean, they kind of give me a blueprint of what they want to do and how they want to kind of go about telling my story through my shoes. So they kind of like, here, this is what we got first, and then we kind of build off of that. So now,
Is there a new one coming?
Yeah. No, well, we got the ones that came out in the finals. Those gonna last us all the way up until next year.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Another historical question from R. Casey in San Antonio. If you could join any historical NBA team from before when you played, which team would you pick? Just get to slide on a team. This is a good hardcore NBA junkie question.
Teams that needed threes.
I have my answer for you
All
after.
right, I want to hear
Me
it.
too.
Oh, you have an answer.
I would take Worthy's spot on those teams with Magic.
Ooh, poor James. He can't win in this podcast.
I know. I'm sorry.
God. You just
That's me.
apologized
We got to
to
call
him.
him.
Yo, you told me. I'm sorry, James, but that team was
how about
fun.
you
They
play
were
the 4
running.
and get Rambus on the bench?
Boy, yeah, we'll do that.
Oh, yeah, you could have done that.
Worthy at the 4. I played the 3.
So you could have done 85 Lakers, Kareem,
Byron
you,
Scott.
Byron Scott, Magic, and Worthy.
Oh my gosh. That's length. And we was moving them too, running them. We was getting out the glass and pushing. And Magic ain't have nobody else who can get off the glass and push like me. So
That would have been good. I had the 93 Suns too because it would have been fun to see you play with Barkley.
nah, I couldn't play Barker. He want to post up all game and tell everybody standing around. No.
Just you want to know who I had?
Yeah, who did you have?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We forgot to ask Rich.
Ewing, Oakley, KD.
man,
Listen,
that's
it's
so
Ewing,
sad.
Oakley, KD, Starks, Derek Harper.
I'm not rolling with that mob.
Or this one, Mark Jackson, Gerald Wilkins, Kevin Durant, Charles Oakley, Patrick Ewing.
You you couldn't have played with all the big
couldn't.
guys. They
Gerald
clogged the
Wilkins.
lane.
Gerald Wilkins.
He was older at that time, though.
No, when he was on the Knicks, he was nice.
You're talking about the early 90s, like
Patino
the
teams.
Young. Oh, the Patino teams were fun.
Yeah.
Young Ewing. We are going to take a quick break to talk about Gillette. Did you know the tip of a Gillette razor blade is measured on an atomic scale? meaning their blade edges are thinner than a single brain cell? Oh, yeah, it's true. That precision is the work of many brain cells, hundreds of members of Gillette's research and development team. They've spent over 4,700 years combined working to make your shave closer and more comfortable. That's longer than the Egyptian pyramids have been around. Apparently, Tate, I had no idea how long the Egyptians, now I know. While over 1,000 craftsmen and women in Boston, hey, Boston, I like that city, are busy making your blades, another team is putting your blades through more than 60 extremely strict and precise quality checks. Fail just one of these tests, it doesn't leave the factory. In other words, the hardworking people at Gillette never stop working to make your blades better. And it's no coincidence that since they named the new stadium, Gillette Stadium, the Patriots have just been ripping off Super Bowl wins. Now, that includes the price tag, all this good stuff. You can get Gillette blades at their lowest prices in years. See for yourself at GilletteOnDemand.com. Once again, GilletteOnDemand.com. Gillette, the best a man can get. Pricing applies to select products and is at the sole discretion of the retailer. And now back to Kevin Durant. Mike from Dartmouth, best Skirvin Hotel ghost story you've heard from another NBA player about coming to OKC.
I heard D Rose when they came his second year in the league, he made a rookie sleep on his floor because the year before he said he felt somebody touch him or something like that. That's what I heard.
So he made a rookie sleep in the room?
So the next year he made, I think it was James Johnson, it might have been sleep on his floor.
James Johnson, the Miami James Johnson?
Yeah, I heard that.
Because that's a good guy to battle a ghost.
True or not. Yeah, I heard he made him sleep on the floor. That was funny as hell to me.
I got the ghost came in my room. I never believed in ghosts, but that happened.
I lived there for a month when I first got there, and I wasn't scared of anything. I didn't feel nothing there.
I think you have to be on the floor that the ghost jumped out the window of in 1920.
I heard it was just the whole hotel was like.
Yeah, the ghost.
They
moves
mess
around.
with people.
Yeah, because the ghost jumped from the top floor, but the ghost moves around.
yeah, sure she does.
I can't wait for the answer to this question. By the way, the listeners right now are saying, I didn't think this mailbag was going to work, but they're enjoying it. I can tell.
And Kevin's locked in right now.
Kevin's locked in. He loves this.
Yo, you are locked
This is good.
in.
We can go for hours.
Solid, right?
Incredible.
All right, good.
Luke Maring wants to know, who is the last person to beat you 1v1? My guess would be Westbrook.
No, we never played one-on-one.
You never played one-on-one with Westbrook?
Not like after practice, not like that. Oh, I would play with like Dion and Anthony Morrow. I would cook them. I don't remember. I don't remember losing one-on-one a series because I don't play just one game and we're done. Like it's usually like 3 or 4 games.
So maybe Texas?
5-game series, 7-game series. You know.
DJ Augustine probably beat you a few times.
No.
Not in Texas?
No.
All right.
So I don't even know that answer.
Zachary Everett, this is a good question. I want to know the answer to this. How often and when exactly are NBA players drug tested?
4 times a year, randomly.
At any point during the season?
Yeah.
It has to be 4, or could it be less than 4?
Sometimes it's 3, I think. Sometimes guys get 3.
Because I always heard
it's 4 tests. It's 4 tests from, I think, not training camp, the start of first game maybe. I don't know, till finals.
Because the story I always heard was after the 4th test, it's like, that's it. It's like your get out of jail free card.
Oh no.
It's interesting that Zach would ask that.
I don't know what Zachary Everett is doing. The NBA has a greater international influence, asked Adam Green. What's the best tradition or food from another culture you've been able to experience thanks to an international teammate? You've had a few international teammates.
Yeah. I never
dove into the food?
Nah, not of the teammates that I had, no.
Really? Okay.
No.
Should they widen the court by a foot on each side? Asked Emmanuel Crosby.
Why would they do that?
It would allow for more driving lanes, larger gaps for defenders to cover, and also bring about the reemergence of the mid-range.
This is not slam ball.
Yeah, I didn't like that question either.
Arcade game.
Yeah. Bayer, I don't know how that's his name. Must be a nickname. Bayer Hay. What's your craziest Team USA cruise ship story from Rio 2016?
Oh, my God.
There had to have been a card game.
What? We were on a boat. We couldn't leave. Like we couldn't leave.
You were there
on
like
our
24
own.
hours a day, right?
Yeah,
Except for
if
practice.
you wanted people to come on, you had to get like a 72-hour clearance.
So it's just you guys hanging
Yeah,
out.
and
Who
the
else is
women's
on the
team,
boat?
The women's team, and then it would be like it was some random people on there too that stayed on the boat. So we would have breakfast, supposed to be like just for the Team USA. It'd be random people in there, but we would just drink, play cards.
Who won the most money playing cards?
Deck. We would go on the top deck, and they had these hot rocks for us, and we used to just make our own steaks. We did that every night. That was so fun to us.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. And we just, drank beers and just play cards. We really just did that every day.
Who do you think if there was a tally for cards, who did the best?
Mellow.
Mellow.
Pretty good.
God, there's so many mellows.
Mellow
There's
can play
Olympic mellow,
cards.
there's hoodie mellow, there's card mellow.
Yeah, card mellow.
He's got all these
Blu-ray
identities,
mellow.
Rich.
It's
Blu-ray mellow.
Guts mellow. That's what we play. Blu-ray guts. Everybody kind of did their thing, man. It was a long trip, so it's like you don't get a winner. And plus, we don't never stop. So whenever we see each other again, we're just gonna pick the game back up. I don't
Right.
think the game will ever end. You know what I'm saying? It's not a clear winner.
Did you guys hang out with the women's team at all?
Yeah.
Who was like the coolest woman on the women's team?
She's the homie. We still talk.
Oh, Griner?
Yeah, she was cool, man. I liked her. Stewie, Breonna Stewart was cool. All of them were cool, but I talked to probably Sue Bird and the DT Diane Taurasi. I talked to them and BG probably more than anybody.
Diana Taurasi's cool.
She is.
She's been
and
on-
she a hooper. She can play.
She's by far the best women's player of all time. I don't know if somebody from this next generation can pass her, but
She talks a lot of shit. Her and Draymond got
Oh,
into
yeah.
shit talking.
what?
Her and Draymond,
About what?
Just talking basketball shit. You ain't shit, Draymond. All you do is they give you the ball so you can pass it to somebody else. It's like, fuck you, DT. But they the best of friends. It was amazing.
Oh my God, Tommy, that's my new dream podcast. Draymond and Diana Taurasi together.
Oh my gosh. If you get that, that'll be next level.
It's replaced KD and Perk
Yes.
as my dream
You gotta get
podcast.
those two on.
She's the best. I sat courtside for a Sparks game once, and she was trash talking everybody,
man, she's the
and it was like some random regular season game.
Yeah, she's the best, man.
Scott Lavin wants to know if you were to rename the Redskins.
Lavin?
Lavin.
Oh, let's see. What are you doing, Scott?
If you were to rename the Redskins, what would you call them and why? Would you rename the Redskins first of all?
It's just that tradition has been there for so long, but I know the name is so offensive to so many people too. And you definitely want to take that into consideration. But for me, it'd probably be, man, I don't even know. I would call it like the Body Snatchers or something like that.
Would you go back to the
that was
Washington?
a sick Go-Go song when I was growing up. Body Snatchers.
Would you go back to the Washington Bullets or no?
I like the Bullets. It was a negative. I guess it was a negative connotation.
Yeah, I still love it. I wish
I
they could.
love the Bullets.
I
And
wish
the
they could come
colors
back.
was fire.
Scott also wants to know which NFL player would have the best shot at successfully playing 5 minutes of NBA garbage time. This
Jimmy
is
Graham played in college.
Jimmy Graham.
Julius Peppers played in college.
Antonio Gates.
Antonio Gates
Tate.
played in college.
I knew Tate was going to
What's
get
the
a Carolina.
cat from the tight end they love in Dallas played? Rico Gathers. He played in college. He can play.
You know who was fantastic? Apparently, Aaron Hernandez,
Oh,
who's
that's
now in jail.
Come
no,
on, man.
no, I didn't say it
He's
to
not
be a
in
comedy
jail.
killer.
He's dead.
What? No, I'm saying in college. He was.
Oh.
They used to play the football team against the basketball
He
team.
was pretty good.
Yeah, the Tebow
You know who
and
else
Aaron
was good,
Hernandez.
too? Jermichael Finley was good. He
Well,
was
all
nice.
those 6'6" tight ends, you would think
Yeah.
they have balance and speed and size. Caleb in Pennsylvania wants to know, what is the most enjoyable basketball game you've ever been a part of? I don't think he means like winning the finals. I think he thinks he means just this game where you're like, wow, this is incredible. Everybody's playing great. Or it could be the Rucker Park game. I don't know.
We played Miami in 2014. In Miami, we were down like 22-4, and me and Bron had like this. I want to say like 2 minutes just back and forth. He came down, hit a tough step back. Came down, hit a three. He came down, hit another step back in the corner. I came down, hit another three. We were going back and forth literally for like 6 possessions, and it was fun. It was so much fun because I've been wanting that. You know what I'm saying? And he took on that. He felt like he seen me coming at him. And he's like, nah, let me gear up. So we wasn't even calling plays. Like he'll make a shot and D-Fish. I seen D-Fish. I watched it again. He'll try to grab the ball. I was like, nah, let me see it. And same with Norris Cole. He's like, nah, let me see it. It was fun, man.
That was your MVP year?
Yeah. And I was in a good groove right and at that point, too. I can remember that groove I was in. It was just like, I was just feeling it. Like I was in a good spot mentally when I was playing. And, yeah, it was fun.
Nick wants to know, how would your development as a player have changed if you were in a situation as a rookie like Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown right now? High draft pick immediately thrown onto a team as a contender versus being used at the 2 guard like PJ Carlesimo did with you.
Yeah, that's a good question. I'd have just waited my turn. I just,
Playing like 20, I think you would have played like you put you on last year's Celtics team, you're playing 25 minutes a game. Maybe you're not starting.
As a rookie?
Yeah, maybe even more. 30?
I averaged 20 a game as a rookie on Seattle.
30?
I could play 30. Yeah, I was playing probably like 33 minutes at my rookie year.
I was trying to ease you into the lineup.
Nah, yeah. I would wait my turn. I probably wouldn't start the season or probably the first year.
Would you have been a defensive liability that first year? 'Cause you were pretty skinny.
No, I
that
could
year.
play defense, but if you don't tell me to play defense, then I'm gonna focus on what I do best, just like
Right.
anybody else. So you gotta let me know this how you want me to play, because I'm
Right.
focused on because all I did was work on my individual skills. So once a coach tells me, look, go play defense, all right, I know how to do that, and I'll score. But if you don't tell me anything, I suppose you just want me to score. So that's
take
how I
it back.
felt my rookie year.
You would have played more than 25. I take it back.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think how that lineup would look like. Yeah, you definitely would play crunch time at least. What track best expresses your state of mind during the finals? This is from Corey in Jersey City. Nas, Hate Me Now. Mobb Deep, Shook Ones Part 2. Tupac, Hit 'Em Up. Nas, Shoot 'Em Up.
Hit him up.
Hit 'Em Up? Really?
Yeah.
You had that much going on?
Yeah. That was
Do you think it's a good thing or a bad thing that I played Hit 'Em Up for my 9.5-year-old son in the car the other day?
No, it's a great thing.
Great
Yeah,
thing.
I wanted him to understand.
Yeah, he has to. He has to know the culture. It drives the world, especially
He had a lot of questions.
especially hip hop culture. He needs to know it.
Yeah.
You should play Takeover for him.
He had a lot of questions after Hit 'Em Up. Like what happened between those guys. I explained the whole thing to him.
Interesting story, too.
Yeah, I explained. Did you see the Defiant ones?
Oh, I watched it 4 times. It's inspiring.
The part about West Coast rap was unbelievable. The 90s. That was one of the best.
I didn't know at that time. Like when you start talking gangster stuff on records, like that was shocking everybody. Like really, actually, physically doing something to somebody over music.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know that was a shock to them. Like that was the first time them actually feeling that. Like, oh shit, somebody might actually get popped. Like I didn't know that was something that they never seen before. So when I watched the Defiant ones, I was like, damn, now I know why it was so big.
The Source Awards was easily the most exciting award show moment of all time. And Snoop diffused it.
Yeah.
Because that could have been the biggest riot we've ever had at anything. One more quick break to talk about Rocket Mortgage from Quicken Loans. When it comes to the massive decision of choosing a mortgage lender, it's important to work with someone you can trust who has your best interests in mind. With Rocket Mortgage, you will get a transparent online process that gives you the confidence to make an informed decision. Don't waste time searching through stacks of paperwork with Rocket Mortgage. You can securely share your financial info to get a mortgage approval in minutes. You can even adjust the rate and length of your loan in real time to make sure you get the mortgage solution that's right for you. Whether you're looking to buy a home or refinance your existing mortgage, you can lift the burden of getting a home loan with Rocket Mortgage. Skip the bank, skip the waiting. Go completely online at quickenloans.com/Bill Simmons. Equal housing lender, licensed in all 50 states. NMLSconsumeraccess.org, number 3030. 30. Let's keep the mailbag rolling with Kevin Durant. Dunner wants to know, what does Kevin think? Who does Kevin think is the best trash talker in the league right now? Oh, Tommy's head popped up. He liked that question.
Draymond easily. Nobody really don't talk against us. Like heavy like that. Because I'm used to KG and Paul Pierce. Like, they set the bar.
Yeah.
Like, you can't, if you ain't talking shit like them, then you might as well not even say nothing.
So Draymond has the championship belt.
Oh, yeah.
Are there any young up and comers that you have your eye on? Like, is Giannis yelling at Greek at people or anything?
Booker.
Devin Booker talk a little. I love Devin Booker, man. He love the game, and he like a dog. He'll talk shit. He'll like rough you up. He'll get up into you. Like, he better watch out for that boy, because he is nice. He next. I'm telling you.
Funniest warrior, David Poster wants to know.
Funniest?
Yeah.
D West. David West funny.
Really? How come? I was not expecting that answer.
He's so serious, and his stories are just like, man, off the wall. Like, that can't be true. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I believe it though, because it's D West, and how he describes it, man. He a real OG. I wish I can follow D West around with a camera and just get everything he says on my YouTube channel.
We can.
What is D West doing 10 years from now? Something interesting, right?
He's definitely going to have his hand in on his youth basketball team, on like his AAU team. I think he's going to run that from the beginning. I think his thing is he want to teach the younger generation about the real part of basketball, like the NBA. You know what I'm saying? And how to kind of fend for yourself but not be selfish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So he's one of your top 3 teammates of all time.
Oh yeah. I mean, I only spent a year with him, but his knowledge and
so he's on the perk
his respect level. My respect level for him is
Yeah, he sounds like a great teammate. Who is the core card playing group on the Warriors? David wants to know. That was his other question.
Me, Steph, JaVale, Draymond, but not Clay, Zaza. They play poker. I don't play poker with them, but when we first started bumping, it was me, JaVale, Draymond, and Steph. But I can't play with JaVale.
Why not?
Because, man, he's just like you playing a friendly card game. Like, he really trying to win. Like, we all trying to win. You get what I'm saying? But it's just like, I can't explain it because y'all don't play.
Like, he's trying to cheat?
Like, y'all don't play boo rate. Like, y'all don't play it, so you don't really know. But if, like, Draymond and Steph, they know what I'm talking about. So this is for the Draymond stuff. Like, he just don't know how to play. But he wins, though. That's what pisses me off.
Josh from Maine wants to know, when was the first moment you really knew that you could be good enough at basketball to play in the NBA? How old were you? Ooh, Rich likes this question. He's staring intently.
I was super cocky at like 11.
Oh, so you were rational? DN Raiders, rational
Oh, no,
confidence?
I was like, I'm going to the league for sure. Nobody around here better than me. And then I met somebody that was better than me, and he humbled me. And then I was like, oh, shit, this is going to be a little harder than I thought. So probably around like 16, I was like, oh, all right, they think I'm going to.
You start showing up on those lists?
Yeah. I was looking at them too. NBADraftNet.com, NBADraft.net, all that. Draft Express. I was on that every day. If any young kid say they're not on that, they'll lie. I was on it every day. I had to know who was on who was up there with me.
Who were you? Where were you as a senior?
I was number 2 in the country.
Van Oden?
Yeah.
Josh Coyne wants to know, once upon a time, you tweeted that you wanted to drink Scarlett Johansson's bathwater. Have you met her since tweeting that? If so, was she aware, and was it strange?
I hope she is aware of it. It is strange now because I look really, it made me look crazy, but now it made me look real cool because I actually love Scarlett Johansson.
Okay.
And I would do that.
Okay.
I could get that done for you.
And she's single now.
Is she single now?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I think so, from what I heard.
Breaking all kinds of news here in the BS podcast.
you,
All right,
man.
we'll set that up. I just
not
want to get invited to the
messing
wedding. John Sanchez wants to know, which rookie are you most looking forward to facing this year? That's a great question. It's a good rookie class.
Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons. I forgot that he's a rookie. I mean, he technically is.
I hate that red shirt stuff.
I know, but he's a rookie. You got
Yeah, I don't like. I mean, I know he ain't playing no games, but you around the NBA life for a year, you know how it is.
Yeah.
You got a leg up on rookies, so I don't. But I'm looking forward to playing against him.
I'm excited to see you try to defend Jason Tatum's fall-away jump shot.
Oh, if he make them over me, cool. But if he's shooting them from tough twos, I'll take it every time.
Jordan B wants to know, is Hoodie Mello the best basketball player in the world? You played against Hoodie Mello. You played against him in a pickup game. His superpowers.
I don't think he's the best, but he damn good.
So who's in that game in New York City? Because there's 5.5 minutes of
You forget
video.
some good players. It was me, Bron, Mello, Enes Kanter. JR was killing. Dante Jones.
Dante Jones, did he hurt anybody?
He was playing hard. We needed him on the court. Who else was out there? It was 2 freshmen from Kentucky. I forget the name. Diallo and Richards.
Yeah.
Nick Richards.
They were bouncy. Played hard too.
So
they were balling, man. Some who else was there? Somebody else that was pretty good.
how do you split the teams up? That's a question I've got a lot.
Brickley did it. Brickley, I'm sure you know Brickley, who kind of started the whole Hoodie Mello thing.
Yeah.
Who posted videos.
So he just says, you're over here, you're over here?
Yeah, I just walked in. He was just like, you Mello, such and such, Braun, JR, Ennis, well, and we just played.
So you go like, not half speed, but like 2/3 speed?
What does it mean?
When you're playing in those games?
Well,
Go
fuck
100%?
around, man.
Go 100%?
Bro, when you check ball up, we play. Nobody was out there walking around chilling. No,
You talking shit?
No, like shit talking, it happens, but it's not like as soon as the ball tip, fuck you.
Right.
No. We playing. If something happens, something pop off, we gonna, you know what I mean? But we gonna play. We don't do that.
Who's the worst person at calling fouls anytime they don't make a shot or there's contact?
Melo pretty bad at that. He got a lot better. Like a couple summers ago, he was really trying to rough the games because he had the gym, and he be on his power trip.
Because that's when it leads to the most
Yeah,
argument.
he'll call a bad foul, and I'll be like, Melo, come on, man. But this time he was real cool because he was making everything at this time. So.
Rich, you can't blame him because the Knicks franchise, you just learn bad habits, right? Rich is.
Come on, yo.
I'm just trying to get Rich to stay awake.
Yeah.
Ben Moody wants to know, what's your favorite NBA retro jersey? So, for example, you could pick the early '90s Hornets.
I like the purple Milwaukee Bucks joints with the buck on the front. With the green. Oh,
yeah.
that was mean. They retroed them too a couple years ago. Mean.
All right, here's a question just to wake Rich up. Lars G in San Francisco wants to know, what was the motivation behind using YouTube as your primary online platform to express yourself? See, I knew Rich would wake up for that.
Well, I just wanted to control my content, and I want to just make content for one. We always talked about that. We always had ideas, and wanted to kind of portray the game the way we wanted to portray it, or kind of drive my story the way I wanted to. And we work with YouTube. They gave us, a good platform to do so. Man, we kind of took off. I didn't think it would be this big for me. It's not huge. But
what's been the biggest success?
We're grinding it up. Just the movie we dropped on there, the documentary is still KD. Got 1.5 million views almost. So that's pretty cool. I got 380,000 subscribers. I just got on. So, but yeah, man.
Who
He
asked
knows
that
all his
question?
numbers.
Who asked that question?
Rich from New York.
No, because Rich knows the answer.
Lars from San Francisco.
Yeah, tell Lars there's a bigger play. Lars will have to stay tuned.
All right,
for it.
Lars, if you want to invest,
Lars, hit me.
Max from St. Louis wants to know, why isn't there a one-on-one tournament in the All-Star game? And if there was, would you enter it?
That's a good question. That would bring the excitement back. But you can't get nobody to play no one-on-one game, and nobody don't want to get hurt.
You just told me you played 100% in some random pickup game in New York City against Kentucky people.
But you know how that stuff is. It's like I would play in a pickup game or in the summer, but I won't get risk getting hurt in front of a bunch
Who's
of
in the
people.
finals of that
Like,
game?
you just don't want to get hurt in front of a bunch of people. I think that's
On a
what
Saturday
it
night.
is. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I think it's the fear of people saying, this dummy got hurt playing one-on-one at All-Star
Right.
Weekend. Like, that's what, you know what I mean? That's what people fear. That's what guys fear, I'm sure.
Are you in the finals of that tournament?
Yeah.
Who are you
believe
playing in
so.
the finals?
Somebody my size.
Okay.
Kyrie would be tough to stop, though, man.
New Celtic Kyrie. Now I'm even more excited.
I'm bigger than him, but
Well,
we
Kyrie
gotta
would
have
just-
dribbles. We gotta have a dribble limit.
Kyrie would just take 29-foot fall-away footers and make them, and just
Yeah,
keep moving
one-on-one,
further
you
and
got
further
all the
backwards.
confidence in the world and all
Yeah.
the space. Yeah, that'll be fun though. We should do that.
All right, as promised, we're going to take this to a part 2. It is going to go up late on Sunday night, a couple days after this one ran. Thanks to Kevin Durant. Part 2 gets gets a little crazy. Stay tuned for that. Thanks to Proper Cloth. Stop wearing shirts that don't fit. Start wearing custom shirts that fit perfectly because you created them by answering 10 easy questions. Bring Proper Cloth into your life. Proper Cloth guarantees a perfect fit. Remakes are free. They make the remakes super easy to do. Go to propercloth.com/BS. Enter gift code BS to save $20 on your first shirt. Again, propercloth.com/BS. Gift code BS. Don't forget to subscribe to the new Rewatchables podcast, especially if you love Point Break, because we really took it to another level. Don't forget about Talk the Throne Sunday night, right after Game of Thrones on HBO. You can go onto Twitter @Ringer and listen to that. And don't forget about the Ringer NFL show, because we're heading toward football season. And we have the Ringer NFL show with Mays and Clark. We have Jam Street with Lombardi and Tate. And things are heating up. Enjoy the weekend. We'll be back with part 2, late Sunday night with Kevin Durant. Thanks for listening.